bodies of 3 hikers have been recovered from the treacherous Devil's Backbone area. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 4. I'm John Finolio.
And I'm Lindsay Pena in for Samantha Cortese. The area known to be dangerous even to the most advanced hikers.
KTLA's Jillian Smuckler is live in Claremont with the latest details. Jillian.
Hi, yeah, we've been talking about these storms for weeks now, and now we're really seeing just how dangerous they can be. And while we still don't know if that hiker fell due to those tough conditions, what I can tell you is that the winds were so strong that it prevented those rescue helicopters from getting there fast enough. What started as a rescue quickly turned into a heartbreaking recovery effort on Mount Baldy.
Somebody, guys, that helicopter's leaving. That might have been someone they just rescued. Let's pray that that is someone they just rescued.
Authorities say a 19-year-old hiker fell roughly 500 feet Monday morning near the Devil's Backbone Trail. He was hiking with a friend, but when the fall happened, there was no cell service.
He didn't have any cell phone service at the time, so he went to a location where he could get service to call for help. He then hiked off of the mountain.
Search and rescue teams rushed in both on the ground and in the air. But during that aerial search, deputies made a shocking discovery. Not only did they spot the injured teenager, but they also found 2 other hikers nearby. Authorities say those 2 hikers were not with the teen and were found purely by chance.
It is extremely unusual to have 3 persons die at the same time or found dead at the same time while they're out hiking, trying to enjoy nature. And I feel so sorry for the families who are affected. It is very unfortunate that this has happened, and we don't want this to happen to anyone else.
Rescue crews tried again and again, but powerful Santa Ana winds made it too dangerous to land or to hoist anyone out.
We were not able to conduct a hoist rescue at that time. Later in that day, we contacted LA County, who assisted us to conduct a hoist rescue, but because of the wind, they weren't able to make that rescue either.
Around 7:30 Monday night, an air medic was finally lowered to the scene, confirming the worst. All 3 hikers were dead, but once again, the wind won.
Well, visibility is a factor right now, and obviously there's still a lot of wind on the mountain that they're fighting against.
We're still waiting to find out the name of the hikers, but we know the teen's friend who called for help wasn't injured. Authorities say the danger on Mount Baldy can be deceiving, especially during winter. The fall happened along Devil's Backbone, which is a narrow ridge with steep drop-offs on both sides.
And when you're talking about the conditions here look pretty nice and normal, but when you're talking about 10,000 feet, those conditions change rapidly.
And you can see right here, it looks sunny. It's pretty nice. But again, as she just mentioned, the higher you go, the more dangerous those conditions get. Now, sheriff deputies really want to stress that even if you're an experienced hiker, a lot of the trails on Mount Baldy are dangerous. You can struggle on them no matter how advanced you think you are. So they're asking people to stay off the mountain until conditions improve. And they also, of course, shut down those trails. Reporting live in Claremont, Jillian Smuckler, KTLA 5 News.
While most of the country will ring in the new year under calm conditions, Southern California is bracing for a second major storm in a week. Once again, the threat of flooding and debris flow, especially in burn-scar areas, has prompted evacuation warnings across LA County.
And those warnings begin at 11 tomorrow morning. KTLA's Angelique Hockaday is live in Pasadena with the latest on the storm and how folks there are preparing. Hi, Angelique.
And we've
It's the day before New Year's Eve. And across Los Angeles, sparklers and celebrations replaced with sandbags and worry.
I'm not going anywhere.
As residents gear up for another rain event, the second in a matter of days.
You know, the ground is saturated and the winds have died down, which is a good thing. If the winds pick up and there's expecting another Santa Ana condition even tomorrow, it's more my concern.
Glenn DeVere was one of many showing up outside Fire Station 37 in Pasadena today. where a sandbag station is open 24/7.
The better prepared people can be. Get here early. We have a lot. We just got a new shipment in.
And while rain totals are expected to be less than what the area saw Christmas week, the ground is already saturated, increasing the risk for mudslides, downed trees, and localized flooding, especially in burn scar areas where evacuation warnings go into effect Wednesday morning.
The houses that are concerned in our area, we're actually going to them and, advising them that, there is a potential for it, so it's advisable to evacuate the area.
News of rain, a tough break for communities hit hard last week. Officials in Wrightwood saying recovery efforts there could take months after mudslides buried homes and damaged roads. And in the San Fernando Valley, a portion of I-5 was shut down due to flooding. Today, fire officials reminding people to stay alert.
Just use some common sense. Use common sense, be safe, make good decisions, and if you need us, call us. That's what we're here for.
Now, another big concern fire officials tell me is despite the warning to contractors to not come and take sandbags here, they are by the numbers are coming and taking a lot more than they need. So they're asking people to really take what they need. So there's plenty for residents in the area who need them. For now, they're reporting live in Pasadena. Angelique Hockaday, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Angelique, thank you. And Casey Montoya is here with the first look at your forecast at 4. Hey, Case.
Hi. Well, we saw a little bit of rain this morning, a little heavier through Santa Barbara County. Right now, mostly just seeing a lot of cloud coverage out there. A little bit of sun break, though. You can see the sun trying to get through. Won't last very long, though. Just know the heavy rain starts tomorrow, and temperatures will cool off quite a bit. So we made it up to 69 downtown today, which is pretty close to normal. Will be noticeably cooler tomorrow. 67 right now in Van Nuys. It's 74 in Los Alamitos, 71 in Camarillo, and 66 in Murrieta. Notice how we are still seeing some spots with those double-digit sustained wind speeds. That is in that Santa Ana wind corridor. Those will start to weaken for us tonight. So we are expecting to see some showers start tomorrow. This will be very heavy by Wednesday afternoon into evening, moderate to heavy at times. Potential for thunderstorms happens overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning, and you can see very heavy cells moving through the area. But after that passes, a lot of us will see blue sky. We'll dry out Thursday afternoon into Friday morning, and then storm number 2 arrives on Friday night into Saturday. So this flood watch goes into effect for everyone shaded in green tomorrow evening, lasts through Thursday night. This means that if those rainfall rates do exceed, half an inch to an inch per hour, we will see flooding here, and different advisories will be issued. Tomorrow, 64 is expected to be the high in Long Beach, 60 for Van Nuys, 47 for Palmdale. You can see a cooler than today, just 65 tomorrow for Santa Ana, and 47 in Big Bear. Back to you.
All right, Casey, thank you. Police are asking for help to track down a suspect in a deadly hit and run that happened just days before Christmas.
They also announced the arrest of suspects in 2 deadly hit and run crashes earlier this year. KTLA's Kimberly Chang has the latest details on the investigations.
LAPD held a news conference this morning and updated us on 3 separate deadly incidents that they've been investigating. We heard an emotional plea from the family of one of the victims who say that their loved one was on his way to work trying to catch a bus when he was hit and killed.
Please come forward. We know you're scared. We know it may have been an accident, but you're at home enjoying your holidays while we're suffering.
LAPD released video of a fatal hit and run that occurred December 10th near Florence and Kansas Avenues in South Los Angeles. The victim, 32-year-old Tomas Lopez Onofre, was crossing the street around 5 a.m. when he was hit by a car. Police say the suspect vehicle, which is believed to be a white Cadillac, stopped for a while, but the driver ultimately decided to take off.
You stayed in the area for a while, so that means you have some remorse. He did not deserve this. We do not deserve this.
This is video from a separate crash that killed 4-year-old Messiah Clark on March 18th. The SUV the child was in slammed into a shoe store near Crenshaw Boulevard and Rodeo Road. Police say the driver, Shanae Glover, and the boy's mother, Dania Wilson, who was a passenger, left the scene. The boy died at the hospital. Police announced Tuesday that both women have been arrested, and they believe they were involved in a street race with another car.
Both Glover, who was the driver, and Wilson, the little boy's mom, went into hiding to avoid police contact for approximately 9 months. On December 8th, Wilson was apprehended and booked for child cruelty. She placed Messiah in danger for not having him properly secured in a child's seat and having him present during street racing with DUI associated factors. The driver of the vehicle, Glover, was arrested on December 23, 2025, and has been booked for murder.
A third fatal crash happened July 5th near 91st and Figueroa in South LA. The victim, Emerson Gonzalez, was making a left turn when he was T-boned by a speeding Porsche. They say witnesses tried to stop the suspect from leaving the scene, but she and her passengers became confrontational.
She is a prostitute, no prostitute. So after this incident, she became a ghost and was gone.
Investigators later identified her as Sierra Whitaker, and the FBI assisted, and authorities eventually tracked her down in Atlanta, Georgia, where she was arrested.
On the day she was arrested, she tried to avoid capture by hiding up in an attic.
Police say it was tips from the public that led to those arrests. Now they're still investigating the hit and run that killed Onofre. There's a $50,000 reward for tips leading to an arrest and conviction. Anyone with information is asked to contact LAPD. Reporting in Baldwin Hills, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
And we have more coming up on the news at 4.
Including KTLA's Aton Wallace.